Hey everyone, I'm back to do another video, and this one is going to be talking about how to be organised, because I don't want to be big-headed or anything, but I do think I'm quite an organised person and I love everything to be organised. And yes, if everything's not organised then I'm not happy basically. So yes, I'll get right into it. Sorry, I'm just looking at my notes. This is going to be 5 top tips that I'm going to give you that help me be organised. So the first one is routine is key. And what I mean by that is, for example, child-wise as well, like Lily has like a set bedtime and nap time. Now I don't mean like 12 o'clock she has a nap. She has to be down bang on 12, otherwise her routine's off. I mean like when she gets up, she has breakfast, gets ready, plays, blah blah blah, and then when she's been awake for, I think she only goes down, she has to be awake for about 5 hours. I don't know if this is with every child, but she has to be awake for roughly about 5 hours for her to go down for a nap. So after that then she will go down when she's due to go down, if you get what I mean. It's not like a set time every single day. Bedtime is a bit different. Bedtime's about a set time. It's like between 7 and half 7 at the moment. It used to be like 5 and 6, but it's moved to like 7 and half 7. Depends how bad her day is. If she's had like a long day and she's tired, then she'll go down earlier, and then if not, later. I always think it's good for a child as well to have a routine, because then they know like when they wake up what happens. Like Lily has her milk, breakfast, they get dressed if you're going to go out for the day, and yeah, I just think it's nice for a child to know what's happening. And like bedtime, for instance, like Lily knows she has to get ready for bed, then she has her milk and then she goes to bed. Or if it's bath night, she goes in the bath, then she gets ready in bed. So I think it's really good that children know what's happening next, like their routine. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is I have set days when I clean. So this really helps me to be organised, because I like to clean on well, obviously I clean every day, I just point that out, I clean every day, but this, what I'm talking about is hoovering the whole house, mopping the floors, cleaning bathrooms, polishing, cleaning windows, and I think that's everything. I think I mentioned everything. So I mainly do 2 big cleans during the week, which is a Wednesday and a Saturday. So I space them out. So I do one on Wednesday, then leave a few days, do one on Saturday, and then it comes all the way around back to Wednesday. And I do washing on them days as well, so I do like all the cleaning and all the washing on the same day. Especially like I don't tend to go out on them days, apart from I go out on like Saturday afternoonish. But other than that, I tend to stay in so I can get everything done, because I don't like to be one of them people that wash and dry clothes every single day, because I'm the type of person that washes clothes, dries it, folds it and puts it away the exact same day. Like I have to do like I have to like start in the morning and make sure it's all washed, dried and put away by the night, because I don't know, I just feel so much more organised when it's done that way. So that's the way I like to do it. So I couldn't be doing that every single day. And I'm lucky we use washing, but because there's only 3 of us, our washing doesn't build up as quickly, so it takes like 3 days for it to build up, for me to have loads of washing. So that's what I tend to do in that. I hoover every day, but that's just like the floors downstairs, because I have a dog and dog hairs just get everywhere. And obviously I clean my kitchen every day and stuff like that. So I always clean every single day, but this is like, I think it's good to have set days to do just like a big clean. Some people do it on Sundays. Sundays is normally a day to clean, but I'm always out on Sunday, so I have to change it to the Saturday. I forgot to mention, I do a bit of cleaning on Friday, so I don't have to do as much on Saturday. So I do like an hour or 2 on Friday, which is windows, polishing and bathrooms, and then Saturday I hoover the whole house, mop the floor and do washing. So that's like my routine. So then I have the rest of the day Saturday to go out because my partner finishes work. Right, tip number 3 is it's easier if you keep on top of things than if you let stuff build up. For example, say there's a cupboard that you've been wanting to sort out and all you keep doing is like putting it off and putting it off. I find just like you need something sorting, just go and do it. Like there's no better way to do it than just now, because I've done it in the past. Like I've been wanting to sort things out and I just put it off and put it off and put it off until it builds up and builds up and builds up. Where basically if something needs doing, just do it. Like the cupboard right next to me needed doing, sorting baby stuff out in there. So once my partner had a day off work, because I needed his help because some of the stuff's very heavy in there, and once he had a day off we just done it, because like if you don't do it now then you just won't have the time, especially if you have the time, that is like if you have the time and you're just feeling lazy, I just get up and do it, and like once it's done I feel so satisfied once I've completed a task. Plus, like I said, it's not going to go anywhere. Like if you don't just get up and do it, it's just like, say I don't know, say there's a pile of washing that you keep putting off to fold, and more washing just builds up and builds up and builds up, and before you know it you're going to have like twice as much work you done the first time. So yes, definitely recommend just get up, do things, and if something needs doing. Right, tip number 4 is motivation. I find it really helpful when you have motivation, which majority of the time, I'd say 90% of the time, I have motivation to do things, clean, everything. I do obviously have the days where like I can't be bothered to clean today, I feel lazy, but I never let it affect me. I just think if I don't do it now, if I've got the opportunity to do it now and I don't do it now, then I'm going to regret it, because then like tomorrow Lily could be like really clingy or grumpy and I don't have time to do it, and I'll be like, oh, I should have done it yesterday. So motivation, so how I find motivation is music. I really find motivation in music. So if I need to go and clean the kitchen or clean the bathroom or anything like that, I just put music on and put it on loudspeaker, put it on the side, sorry, and just blast that out and listen to that as I'm cleaning, because but I find music motivates me. Like just listening to something distracts me from thinking how much I've got to do, and it just like, right, I'll do this, and I'm listening, and then oh, I've got this to do, and then I'll do this, and the music just like distracts me and helps me. So I find music really helps. And the last tip, number 5, always have lists. I find it so helpful when you have lists. So say like if you need to do, I don't know, chores in the house and out the house, so say you need to go to the shop and you need to buy like so many different items, I find always write them down because then you'll never forget them. Because I don't know, you go to the shop and you needed something and you forgot what it is because you didn't write it down, and then you've got to go all the way back home and then you have to go all the way back out again to the shop to go and get it. So I find it's just so much easier. Like I have everything down in my notes on my phone all the time. Like I have meal plans, always meal plan, shopping lists, things that are running low excuse me, things that are running low. Like for example, right now my soap powder is like that much, so to me that's pretty low in the box. So I've wrote that down because when I go shopping I need to remember to pick that up. So I always find it helps so much when you write things down, because nobody wants to go to the shop like 3 times in a day just because you forgot something. So I always find writing lists and meal plans, that is, because as well, like with meal plans and the food shopping, I always like to budget. I always budget on everything, and like I budget on the food shop and everything, so we don't overspend, because most people just like go out and think, oh, I fancy this, I fancy this, just throw everything into the basket or trolley and then worry about it when it comes to the till. Whereas me, I like to have set meals, what we're going to eat every single day. I tend to buy like, I think it's 7 meals a week, so I buy them. But obviously, say if I've got like cottage pie for one day and then pizza for another, they're not like set where, oh my god, Monday to Sunday you have to have these meals on this day. So I buy like 7 meals and you can have them wherever you want. So I find that's really good, because they're not set on the day, but you've got 7 meals in for the week. And yes, I think that's really good, because then, like I say, you don't overspend, you know what you're having, everyone in the house knows what you're having for dinner, and yes, you get everything in that you need. There's another thing, I don't know the age range of my audience, so like you might not have bills, but bills for me, I always keep on top of my bills as well. It's just the same, like I never put my bills off, because some people tend to put their bills off because, I don't know, say a bill is like £15 a month, and they think, oh, it's only £15, I'll put it off until next month, and then it's 30, and then that's a bit bigger than 15. So like I always just pay my bills straight away, like soon as they're due. And every month, I think it's every 4 weeks I do mine, I think it's about every 4 weeks I pay my bills, and I'm never behind. And that just like peace of mind, because who wants stress of bills that need to be paid on your head if you forgot as well? So that's another thing, is just write all your bills down for the month. That's what I tend to do every month. I tend to like write all our bills down, our income that we get, and how much we're going to have spare, because I never ever blow our money. Everything I buy is like spare money, because I would never go into bills or food. I'm just so strict like that. It just won't happen. Like, well, I don't get my luxuries until all the bills and the month food shopping's put away as well. So yes, I'm really strict with money. Like I do like to spend, don't get me wrong, like I do spend a lot. My partner thinks I like to spend a lot as well, but I do budget. Like I don't spend the money we haven't got, if you get what I mean. So yes, I think that's all my top tips. I think that's all that I can think of, is how I keep organised anyway, with all of them. And hopefully you can, I don't know if you want to do all of the tips or if you only want one, hopefully they've helped one of you out there. And yes, I think that's going to be everything. So thank you so much for watching, and please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!